Hi guys. So I've seen a couple of things and a recurring theme, and we've all heard that term bonking, hitting the wall, whatever you actually want to call it, basically just dropping. And I think it was actually a big, like a big example of it is, I believe it was Alistair, it might have been Johnny Brownlee, coming to the end of a triathlon, and literally, I think it was like the last 100 meters, he was going so strong, and then bam, his body quit and could not go any further. That was in the last couple of years, actually, I believe it was. Now, understanding what actually the body uses for energy is going to help you actually realise why the body bonks. So we've got carbohydrates, glycogen, sugar, and they're the things primarily the body can easily use for energy. There's only a certain amount we can store with the carbohydrates in our muscles, in our liver, and in our body that we can actually use. Then you've got things like fat, and then you've got proteins, which can eventually be used for energy through things like gluconeogenesis. And what actually happened is, due to the level of exertion our body is actually going through, it has to use the glycogen first. It can use that as a primary source of energy. Fat, I mean, in our bodies, like, if you think that in 1 pound of fat there's about 3,000 calories, if someone is 10% fat at 200 pounds, then they'll have, 20 pounds of fat, so they've got 60,000 calories worth of energy stored in there, which they can use over and over and over again. So if you're burning 1,000 calories per hour, roughly, stick with me here, they've got 60 hours worth of effort they could do if the body could use that. That's before they would then obviously end up collapsing, dead. It's not really a good thing to come back from. But yeah, because we work at a certain heart rate and a much higher effort level, our body can't effectively use fat for energy at these short distance events. When you get into ultra marathons, ultra endurance and things like that, your body can then tap into fat stores if we've trained it to do that. So looking at what actually happens, now there's a couple of different bonks, so to call it. So your muscle glucose bonk, your blood glucose bonk. Now the muscle glucose, so basically the brain works and the body stops. So you can still think it and everything, but the body just stopped, just quit, legs upwards, gone. Blood glucose bonk, the brain stops and the body works. So you're just going to quit up here, which, yeah, you can keep going, but you're mentally not there. You're not even functioning. And then there's the total bonks where you just stop working. That's very, very dangerous, obviously. So making sure you actually get enough fuel in there, refueling during, after, before, and making sure you're getting the right sort of drinks in there. So you've got isotonic, hypertonic, and hypertonic drinks, and so many different ones. Now, if you could take all those questions out and get the answers, and actually allow yourself to get the plan right for you, you can actually stop bonking altogether. You can stop hitting that wall. You can make sure that at mile 1, you feel just as strong at mile 24, 25, 26 in the marathon. And yeah, bonking will just be some word in the Urban Dictionary, in the triathlete, in the endurance athlete, in the runner's dictionary. That's just a thing of the past. Trust me.